Welcome back, everybody, to Bodybags. This week is a review week for disease horror. I don't really have too many of those films in my collection, and you can often kind of associate zombie films with disease horror, and some you can, some you can't. It's debatable, but the movie that I chose, I think, really does kind of fit that disease horror aspect. Even though that they are considered zombies, it's still kind of like disease, in my opinion. And that is Quarantine. This one is it's like the U.S. remake of the Mexican film. I think it's Spanish, isn't it? Rec. I think that's a Spanish film, but this is like the U.S. remake of that film. Quarantine It was directed and written by the Doodle Brothers. I don't know how you say their name, but I actually thought this was a pretty good movie. It has Jennifer Carpenter, and she plays a TV reporter, and they are assigned to stay with the fire department, the local fire department. I'm not sure where it's located at, but I don't know if it's like a New York or something like that. But they're supposed to stay with the fire department and do like a cover on them and stuff, and follow them around. And they get this one late night shift call where they are assigned a apartment complex that's been where several people have been reported to attack someone. So she hops on the fire truck with everybody, and they head to the apartment building, and they go inside to start filming everything to see what's going on. And the entire apartment complex, they start quarantining off. They won't let anybody else in. They won't let anybody out, and they don't really know why. They don't know what's going on with it. And eventually, they start finding the residents of the apartment complex. They're acting strange. They're starting to attack people and just come out of nowhere, like making weird noises and everything like that, and then eventually just start attacking and trying to kill people. And the entire time, this is all found footage. The entire time, her and her camera guy are trying to document everything for their report. So I would classify this as a disease horror, because you find out in the movie that it's not really like your typical zombie movie. It's not where zombies have been, buried and stuff, and then they come back. This one, actually, you find out that there was some type of lab work going on, and they put these rats, they ingested these rats with some type of chemical or whatever, and the rats somehow got into the apartment complex and bit one of the residences, and then so forth. That person, it contracted to the next person, which contracted to the next person, contracted to the next person. To eventually spread out to everybody that lived in the apartment complex. That's why I would consider this a disease horror, because it's more of it actually being like something that's in the rat that contracted to someone else. So that's why I consider it to be disease horror, not just a typical zombie movie. This movie, a lot of people give this movie crap, but I actually thought it was pretty good. I was really invested in it. I really like it, but I do like found footage movies, so that might be an ad for me. There's one moment in the movie where the camera guy is looking around. I think it might be it's either the attic or the basement. I can't remember which one, but he's looking around. He's the only person in there, and he has the camera going. It's like the night vision camera, and there's this rat that shows up, and the rat starts trying to attack him. It jumps toward him and everything like that, and he takes the camera from where it's being shot first person, and he just starts hitting the rat. So you get a first person point of view of the camera actually killing the rat, which was actually really cool. I thought that was a really neat trick they did, and you don't really see that often with the camera, that you're actually looking through being associated with the actual killing or the weapon or whatever. And I thought that was kind of cool. I like that. But yeah, you go through the entire movie just them trying to fight off the people who have been bitten, and then eventually they start bringing in the CDC and stuff, and the CDC brings in people to try to bring out anything that is that's been contaminated and try to stop it. So they go inside, and then of course once they get inside, people higher up in the government or whatever are well, you're in there now, so just stay in there. You're not coming back out. So they get trapped in there, and then those people have to try to help everybody else get out, and it's just in a complete shutdown. No one is getting out of this alive. And Jennifer Carpenter does a really good job. I think she's great in this movie. So if you're interested in found footage movies and you're interested in zombie type movies or anything like that, definitely check this out. I give it a pretty good rating. I would say out of 5 stars, I would probably give this 3.5, maybe even a 4. I really liked it. I thought it was pretty good. I know a lot of people do give it crap, but that's Quarantine. This is the U.S. version of the Spanish film Wreck. I've never seen Rex. I don't know. I've heard that one is amazing, and I need to check it out. But this one, disease horror, I'm classifying it as disease horror, so there we go, Quarantine. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll be back next week for another review. See ya.